Okay, we'll start with the easy ones.
Okay, sure.
Okay,
Sure.
The easy one's Rookie of the Year, and it's kind of interesting because they've got the odds on the three people, each one, and it's like 3-2, 7-1, 9-1, and whatever. On both Rookie of the Years, the odds are 0-1. That means you got to bet money to lose. But if you win zero.
Zero. That's ridiculous.
Okay. Is that?
Which
That's
is actually
not a smart bet.
That's not a bet.
That's not a bet.
That's
That's
just
not
give
a
your
bet.
money.
Yeah.
0-1.
That's not even money, right? It's
Okay,
0-1.
it's not even money. It's
Why would you
not
even bet even money? 1-1. I mean,
That's-
I'm gonna give you $1. If I win, I get $1 back. That doesn't make
That
sense.
doesn't make sense.
right.
I'm not a bettor.
But what about
that doesn't make
0-1?
sense. That
I've
makes
never
even
heard
less
that.
sense.
Okay.
I've never heard that.
American League Rookie of the Year,
Jose,
0-1 odds.
really? Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge. I mean, and there is absolutely no way that any other name will be announced.
No,
And they treated the National League Rookie of the Year the same way.
I think so. I think
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean, he had a great year. Cody Bellinger was.
Bellinger's gonna win.
so both 0-1 odds. Now we move to the Manager of the Years.
Okay.
Manager of the Years, and you can go over them in the American
Well,
League.
the guy that I think should be in there, I told Eddie before you got here, isn't even on the list. I think Joe Girardi should get consideration. The Yankees were picked to finish nowhere, and he got him into the playoffs.
And then he got canned.
And he got canned. I mean, I think that.
How can you be manager of the year if you're not even a
can.
manager?
I'm sure that's happened before, but I mean, I think.
No way.
Hey,
No way that anyone's ever
I
won
bet-
manager of the year and got
Well,
fired. In the same
AJ
season.
Hinch should be the manager of the year.
Well, it's
I
interesting
think so, too. I agree.
because when this was done by MLB earlier in the day or earlier in the week,
Okay.
they released the three names, and since then, what happened? You want to know who the AL Manager of the Year's nominees were prior to yesterday? Paul Molitor,
Right.
Joe Girardi, and AJ Hinch.
And they've changed.
Is that hilarious?
So see, Joe.
And MLB printed it out
Oh, wow.
right at the time, but forgot to make the change. They made the change when they announced them
Francona.
yesterday and
Yeah.
put in Francona instead of Girardi. But Girardi was actually a 4-1 odd. Molitor with the Twins
He had a great year with them.
is the one that.
He had a great year, but I'm sorry, Hinch. If your team wins their first World Series,
You got to be manager of the year.
you got to be manager. Even if the votes came beforehand,
Right.
But
They
I
were the
thought
best
that
team.
was kind of interesting what you say. Girardi was one of the
He
three.
should have been.
Which tells you what are the odds of Francona winning it.
Zero.
Because he
It's zero.
0 to 5.
He filled
0
out
to 5. You give me $5 if you're gonna bet on him.
he filled out the ballot. Is what he
If you want to put money on Francona, just give me the $5. Okay. Just hand it to me.
He was one of those. Oops, we only got 2 guys now. We better
We
fill
gotta
the
one more.
Fill
Who else? Oh, yeah, that guy.
That guy. That's good. National League Manager of the Year. Okay, you got
Bud Black.
Bud Black, Torey Lovello, and Dave Roberts.
Yes.
Okay, the odds-on favorite. Everyone is very, very high odds to win it, except for
I would say Torey Lovello probably is the highest odds. Dave Roberts, I think, will win it. I mean,
no. Terry Lovello is the favorite.
The favorite?
by far the
Really?
favorite.
See, I
The
think
Diamondbacks were, now what
I think
Roberts
he should.
did
I think he
without
should
Kershaw.
win. I think he should win. Lovello should win, but I think Roberts will win it.
That's interesting. Lovello is the favorite to win it. So okay, moving along. That is
Cy Young.
Monday. That is Tuesday. Now we go to Wednesday's Cy Young. Okay, what do we got in the American League? We got
Kluber, Sale,
Kluber and
some
Sale,
other guy.
and the Yankee.
Yeah, the third guy. that's on the
Kluber,
ballot.
Sale. How much are the odds? Check out the odds on that, which is kind of funny, wherever the page may be. There are no odds.
Really?
There are no odds for Severino.
So he has no shot at winning.
He's got no shot at winning.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry, Luis.
Sorry, Luis. Next year, baby. Oh wait a minute. You can't be next year.
See,
Yeah, okay.
there's your odds right. There's the photo. Kluber's at 3-7 and Sale's at 7-3. So Kluber is the favorite. Are you looking at September? That's the whole thing.
I look at the whole year. I pick Sale myself.
I look at the whole year and I pick Kluber
Interesting.
because he not only
I'm with
was
that.
Yeah, that's
not only was he good early, but he closed well.
He did.
And Sale struggled down the stretch, and it cost his team.
Well, his team already. No, it didn't. His team had already clinched it.
Sorry.
Yeah, they were there.
Yeah, well, even I'm talking about no postseason
Oh, no,
doesn't count in the
postseason,
awards,
right.
but it does for me.
That's right.
Right.
No, it can't because you're giving the award during the postseason. So how can it count?
Well, yeah.
You can't have both.
I
Dude.
can have it both ways.
He's giving it away based on what they're going to be doing next week.
Well, remember, if you remember what I said in my rant, I said if you're going to vote before postseason, then give it away during the World Series.
Exactly right. I remember. Yep.
Okay.
So I want it. My way is not give it out until after the postseason. Then you can give it away at the award show.
Okay.
Okay. National
League, you got the
22.
two nationals.
Yeah, they both had great. Scherzer was great, and Strasburg is always good, but Kershaw.
Clayton Kershaw, hands down.
Yeah.
Hands down. Not even close.
And Scherzer,
You know who's the favorite right now?
Probably Scherzer, knowing everybody that's because it's in Washington or whatever, and the East Coast bias for the media.
Comeback Player of the Year.
Well, that might
which
be
we're
true.
not going to do. Manager, AL rookie. Where is it?
MVP.
Here it is. Scherzer 1-3. Kershaw 9-1.
So he's the favorite. Kershaw's the favorite.
Not at 9-1. 1-3 is odds. Kershaw paced the NL but missed time due to injury and will always suffer from comparisons to himself.
he wins the Cy Young Award. It's
That-
ridiculous.
I don't know
The
who
award
wrote-
will
I don't know
likely
who
go
wrote
to
that.
another hurler in the nation's capital. Max Scherzer finished second to Kershaw with a 2.51 ERA, led the league in strikeouts and opponents' batting average against at 178.
Sorry.
And he was there the whole year.
I think Kershaw still wins it.
I
Okay,
think Kershaw wins as well.
most valuable player.
But he might not. Yeah, that
MVP will go with the American League.
Well, I think we all know who's going to get it, and it's a prejudicial problem because he's short. Tall people always get dissed. Altuve's going to get the MVP, although I think Aaron Judge should get it personally.
Really.
Because the Yankees were picked to go nowhere, and he helped lead them to the
And
championship.
he got the Rookie of the Year.
And he got the Rookie of the Year.
And he got his award.
He got his award.
I understand, but Fred Lynn got two in the same year, and I don't see why Aaron Judge. No, Altuve had a great year. Don't get me wrong. He's great. He's great.
Bob,
Yeah.
But
Bob,
I
how many
disagree.
times on this do we need to go back and look through the tapes
Sure, look,
and see how many times you ranted about Judge striking out?
he does. He strikes out a lot, but he also had the rookie record for home runs. He helped lead his team to the
Altuve was there the whole year. I'll tell you what,
To the
Judge
championship
came
playoff.
back really nice.
He did.
But Judge was nowhere in July.
No,
and
he
August.
wasn't. I
He
agree.
was
I agree.
Absent without leave.
But Altuve will win it. Altuve will
He
get it.
should win it. You shouldn't.
I totally agree.
I don't think Judge
You
should win
agree?
the award.
What?
You agree with Eddie?
The Astros ran away.
They did. They
With-
stumbled a little bit.
And they wouldn't have run
The-
away if it hadn't had Altuve.
Probably
He was
not.
the linchpin that held that whole
He
team
totally
together.
was.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's good.
The linchpin.
We can't
Yeah,
read this
linchpin.
guy.
I like that.
Okay, so Altuve, and then the National League.
and the National League.
I'm prejudiced. John Carter Stanton is going to get it.
See,
I think with the
And
way
Goldschmidt was great.
the way they announced the three, I think Stanton wins because none of the three were in the playoffs,
I'll tell you.
which is interesting.
No, the
Nobody
Diamondbacks
in there.
won the wild card.
Yeah, that's
they were
right.
in the wild
Diamondbacks
card,
were,
and
but I
then they
forget
got beat.
Goldschmidt because he's
But
one of the
well,
players
here's
I
the
don't
thing.
remember.
Here's the thing with Goldschmidt.
I don't
is-
ever remember him, so that's
The
why.
thing with Goldschmidt is Goldschmidt was hot. I mean, he's a new up and comer that's been
Yeah,
around the
I've
league
been for 5 years,
about
yeah.
5 or
Yeah.
6 years. But the thing with Goldschmidt is he had the numbers. Stanton's were better, but his team was winning.
Right.
But then when it came down to the Diamondbacks clinching and getting into the playoffs, it wasn't. It was Martinez.
He
It
disappeared,
wasn't
yeah.
Goldschmidt. He did nothing in September. So how can you give him credit for being on the winning team when
Well, he was on
when
the
he
winning
was
team.
when he was not? But he was not the MVP of his team.
And
Not in September.
I really don't
Not
think
in
he-
September.
And I have a question, and I asked this Eddie before you got here. How can you leave either Charlie Blackmon or Arenado off
Yeah,
the list?
that's
I
what-
mean, come on.
That's true. I mean,
Sports Illustrated. I
and
think
a
I
Do-
said
and
it
a
here.
Dodger's not on
Sports
there.
Illustrated had Arenado.
A Dodger's not on there.
Well, who would it be? Bellinger?
Maybe. Third baseman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
With a
mean,
beard
with a
and
beard,
one.
Turner?
Justin Turner, yeah. But I mean, how do you leave those guys off? And I know the argument's always going to be, well, they play in Coors Field. I mean,
Well,
Joey Votto.
Joey Votto's the
Votto.
only guy.
Joey
who I don't-
Votto? Really?
Yeah.
Come on. No.
Well, because I think the Reds, whether it comes to All-Star voting or whatever, they cheat the system somehow.
How do you cheat the system? This is baseball writers' awards.
I know.
It's not a fan award. It's not a popularity contest.
I think they steal the ballot box. The writers from Cincinnati.
Cincinnati, and they got more riders than anybody else. They stuffed the box. Well, it could be. Well, it'd be interesting to see what happens. The crazy award season.
I'll tell you what, Gold Glove Cincinnati Reds catcher, and then a Gold Glove Cincinnati Reds catcher for the all-time team. And they're the only two Cincinnati Reds ever to win Gold Gloves at catching. So he was the first one since Bench.
Well, Bench deserves it. I mean, I don't know what you're going to say about that. There's no better catcher than Johnny Bench.
He was unbelievable.
Behind the plate.
Yeah, he was just unbelievable.
In the National
I
League.
didn't like him, but he was unbelievable.
You didn't like
I'm
him?
a Braves fan. No, I hate the Reds.
I like Johnny Bench.
I like
love
Johnny
the
Bench.
big
I
I had a
machine
book
back in the
when I was
day.
in
Man, that was my
when I was in elementary school. I had a book, and there was a photo of Johnny Bench holding 7 bases.
Yeah,
Have
I
you ever
that
seen
picture,
that?
yeah.
And Big Red Machine was the thing, baby.
Yeah, they were awesome.
I'm sorry.
They were awesome.
They had it
They were
rolling.
they were good defensively. I mean, obviously the Big Red Machine talked about their offense,
Tony
but
Perez.
up the middle between Morgan, Concepcion, and Geronimo and Johnny. I mean, which is where you want to build your defense. Now it's a lot on the corners now.
That's because nobody plays defense. They just play offense. Just bombers.
Hey, if you got anything to say, send
Let us
Bob a
know.
birthday greeting. Happy birthday, Bob! Big
It's
day. Happy
Friday.
birthday,
It's
Bob.
Friday.
Yeah, I'm not. By the time this probably gets posted, that'll be my birthday on Friday. So.
There you
Happy
go.
birthday, Eddie.
And then they're all catching up with me.
He's the old guy. He's the
Not
old.
anymore. You guys are getting older. You guys are catching
I'll never
up.
catch you until you're
No.
dead. When you die,
Oh,
and
that's
then
a
I
long-
die,
long
then
time
I'll
from now.
catch you.
Long
We'll
time.
both
Way-
be dead, but
way
until then,
down
you'll
the
always
road.
be older than me, my
Way
friend.
down the road, bro.
All right. Hey, have a great week.
Peace.
Watch some award shows
you next
instead
week.
of boycotting.
Don't watch them. Boycott them. Boycott them. If the ratings suck, they'll start putting them in the World Series. You guys have a great week.
See.